right, Sandra, let's bring in Matt Bennett, Third Way co-founder and former President Bill Clinton's White House Deputy Special Assistant. Matt, to see you there, I feel nostalgic. The last time I was at a DNC convention in Chicago, it was 1996, when Bill Clinton accepted the nomination for the second time. So, Kamala Harris tonight does the same thing Bill Clinton did so many years ago. And here's what the Wall Street Journal editorial board wrote about what lies ahead. Kamala Harris takes the Chicago stage on Thursday in the culmination of one of the most audacious bets in recent political history, that in 100 days, Democrats can turn the co-pilot of an unpopular presidency into the reincarnation of Barack Obama's movement for hope and change. That sounds like some pretty impressive political gymnastics. Can she do it?
Yeah, so far, so good. I mean, this has been a remarkable change in this party. No one has ever seen anything like it. In the last 3 to 4 weeks, Democrats have gone from feeling like we were marching towards our doom to feeling like we're really in this, that everyone knows that this is going to be a very competitive race. The race is essentially tied now, but we now think we can win. And that is a very, very big boost to our enthusiasm here, and that's why you've seen such tremendous unity. I mean, the other night, you had the same level of response to Hillary Clinton and to AOC. Our party, which has two distinct wings, is very, very united right now.
So far, this is all about the vibe. It's been very short on policy, and we did a little bit of looking, and we came up with Kamala Harris by the numbers here. And she gets a lot of zeros. 0 primaries won during the 2020 Democratic primary. 0 primaries won during the 2024 Democratic primary. 0 sit-down interviews since becoming the presumptive current Democratic nominee. 0 press conferences since becoming the presumptive current Democratic nominee. And 0 policy pages on KamalaHarris.com. The last time that she was vetted, Matt, in an electoral process was 2019, when she epically flamed out. And she's running away from the policies that she espoused back then. Most recently, now saying she's got no interest in getting into the JCPOA again with Iran. Do you really know where she stands on policy?
Sure, we know. She's been the vice president for 3.5 years. Well, look, she's been vice president for 3.5 years. We know all of the accomplishments and some of the challenges of the Biden-Harris years. And we've been very clear as a party in the last 3 nights, and will be again tonight, that that's the direction, generally speaking, that she wants to go. Of course, the future is going to look different than the past. There are going to be new things. She'll talk about some of those tonight. But let me just say this. In 2016, Hillary Clinton, we counted, she had 295 policy ideas on her website. They went from Alzheimer's to Zika. Donald Trump in 2016 had 7. And one of them was respect the police, which is not a policy idea. So policy ideas don't win elections. And her job over the course of the next couple of months is to win the election. You run in poetry, you campaign in poetry, and you run the country in prose. We will see more details. But for the most part, what she has got to talk about are values. That's what Americans vote on.
All right, so you laid out some of the things that she's accomplished during the Biden-Harris administration. Some of those things include record amounts of illegal immigration, inflation that drove a lot of people into the poorhouse, an economy that is still sputtering for people who are trying to put food on the table. And here's what a New York Times Siena poll found about whether or not folks think that the country is on the right track or the wrong track, and you know how important this number is. 60% of people say the country is on the wrong track after 3.5 years of the Harris-Biden administration. And a new Fox News poll, 73% of people describe the economy as only fair or poor. So how does that in any way play in her favor?
Look, she's been very clear that there's work to be done here. But if you look at some of the big numbers, at unemployment, which is incredibly low, at manufacturing jobs, which are coming back in record ways for the first time in 40 years, the stock market, where people's 401ks are doing really well, the numbers are very good, but we're not there yet. Obviously, inflation is a huge problem, and she is going to address cost not only tonight, but every day between now and Election Day, and understands that people still are hurting. But you know what? When Ronald Reagan declared Morning in America, inflation was at 4.3% and unemployment was at 7.4%. So you don't necessarily declare that things are perfect because things rarely are. What you talk about is where you want to go. Elections are about the future, and she is going to offer a vision for how we can do better under her presidency.
But a lot of people say, in terms of where she wants to go, why hasn't she been going there for the last 3.5 years? Into the jobs numbers, don't forget, we heard that revision yesterday, nearly 1 million fewer jobs were created in the year ending March than we thought. Matt, a lot to talk about. We'll look forward to her speech tonight. Thank you for joining us.